Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Getting pretty close to 21.8K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out my betting links in the description below, guys. Really good promos, especially if you live in Pennsylvania, guys. Bet365 just launched in Pennsylvania. New customers, Bet5, get 150 in bonus bets, and they get 50 spins at on the casino. So take advantage of that, guys. If you live in Pennsylvania, uh, yeah, take advantage of Bet365. Really great promos. Nice way to get some bonus action. And also, anyone else, FanDuel, Bet5, get 200. Probably one of the best, if not the best, promo you can get out there. So take advantage of those, guys, in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. 16 matchups. We're starting with a doubleheader today between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -135. The Reds +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Reds coming into this matchup 48-53. The Braves 54-45. Pitching for the Reds is Frankie Montas with an ERA of 4.85. Pitching for the Braves is Alan Winans with an ERA of 10.80. Montas, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Winans, he's coming off a 6-run game. He's only pitched the 1 game this year. Gave up the 6 runs, did not look good in that start. Montas coming off 2 bad starts, giving up 7 and 5 runs. Cincinnati beating the Braves yesterday 4-1. Braves on a 3-game losing streak here. A bad little stretch for them. Even though the Reds haven't been that good against the Braves. Don't love Winans on the mound. I mean, man, he looked bad. His start last year, he gave up 6 runs. So he's coming off back-to-back 6-run games here. I just don't love it. Braves looked very disappointing yesterday here. And don't love the pitching matchup either way. Maybe the over could be a play with both pitchers giving up a lot of runs, but I'm going to take a shot with the Reds +1.5 on the road in game 1. Then the second matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Atlanta Braves for game 2. Braves opening up as home favorites at -185. The Reds +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Reds coming into this matchup 48-53. The Braves 54-45. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Martinez with an ERA of 3.88. Pitching for the Braves is Chris Sale with an ERA of 2.70. Martinez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Sale, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Cincinnati, obviously they won yesterday. The pitching, love Chris Sale. This was the matchup that was supposed to happen yesterday. Martinez hasn't been that good on the mound lately. He's given up 13 runs in 3 starts with the 5, 3, and 5 runs in those games. Sale been very good for the Braves, giving up 1, 2, and 1. Yeah, I liked Sale on the mound yesterday when they were supposed to pitch, so I'm sticking with it today with Sale on the mound. I'll take the Braves in game 2 at home. Next matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as slight home favorites at -115. The Cardinals -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 53-48. The Pirates 51-50. Pitching for the Cardinals is Matthew Laborator with an ERA of 4.15. Pitching for the Pirates is Martin Perez with an ERA of 5.49. Laborator, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Perez, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Perez coming off 2 bad starts on the mound here. He's given up 6 and 5 runs on his last 2. We saw St. Louis win yesterday 2-1. It's been 2-1 back-to-back games here. Both teams winning a game. Man, such a great game from Paul Skeens on the mound. I mean, man, it's unbelievable what he does on the mound, but he got no run support whatsoever. Yeah, just a great game from Paul Skeens, and it was sad that Pirates couldn't get anything going offensively. They are 5-2 against Pittsburgh here, so they've been good head-to-head. Don't love Perez on the mound today for the Pirates. He's coming off back-to-back matchups getting lit up here, and I think I got to take a shot with the Cardinals plus 1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Minnesota Twins. Phillies opening up as road favorites at minus 150. The Twins plus 125 with the over-under at 8. Phillies coming into this matchup 64-37. The Twins 55-45. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA at 3.61. Pitching for the Twins is Steven Okert with an ERA of 4.40. Nola, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Okert, his last start, he pitched half an inning, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Phillies beating Minnesota yesterday 3-0. It was a boring game. I mean, it was like, I think it was like the 8th inning. It was still 0-0. So Minnesota played good defensively most of that game. But Minnesota couldn't get anything going offensively at all there. And Nola's had some rougher starts on the mound. Hasn't been that great here as of late. He's given up 4, 1, then 3. But didn't see anything offensively from the Twins. I'm sure they'll rebound here. Haven't seen them shut out in a while, so I'm not sure how they're going to respond. I like Nola a little bit. Don't really know much about Okert here. We'll see how he is on the mound today, but I think I'm going to lean with the Phillies on the road today. Next matchup, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 140. The Brewers plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 58-43. The Cubs 49-54. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA at 3.26. Let's see. Pitching. Currently, it's undecided for the Brewers. It's the only one on this whole slate that is undecided. So we'll see who ends up pitching for the Brewers when that info does get announced. Let's see. I just backed out of it, of course. Sometimes the sites I'm looking at doesn't have pitching info for the other starters. So let me check Steele's last game, the last few games here. All right, Justin Steele's got that 3.07 ERA here. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Definitely one of his worst starts here because he, game prior he gave up 0 and 1 run. So better days for Steele. Brewers beating them in a shutout win yesterday, 1-0. Nice win for the Brewers here. Nothing offensively for the Cubs yesterday. They're 5-2 against the Cubs here, 4-2 on the road, so they've been good against Chicago. I think Brewers are good dogs today. We'll see how the pitching is for the Brewers here. Shut them out yesterday. I don't know, good value today. Give me Brewers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Boston Red Sox versus the Colorado Rockies. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 160. The Rockies plus 130 with the over-under at 11. Boston coming into this matchup 54-46. The Rockies 37-65. Pitching for Boston is Nick Pivetta with an ERA at 3.87. Pitching for the Rockies is Cal Quantrill with an ERA at 4.15. Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Boston, big shutout win yesterday against Colorado, winning 6-0. Nice win, nice bounce back from Boston, losing the game prior. They are 4-1 on the road against the Rockies here. Quantrill really hasn't been that good on the mound. Pivetta's had good starts. He's coming off a 0-run game, had that 4-run game against Oakland, then 0 against Miami. So 2 of his last 3 hasn't given up a run here. I think maybe that was the game Boston needed. A nice shutout win, build off that momentum here. Don't love Quantrill on the mound, and I'm going to take Boston on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Oakland Athletics. Houston opening up as road favorites at -160. Oakland +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Houston coming into this matchup 52-49. Oakland 41-62. Pitching for Houston is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 4.14. Pitching for Oakland is JP Sears with an ERA of 4.49. Brown, his last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Sears, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Houston on a 3-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against Oakland. Brutal losses, losing 8-2 and then getting shut out 4-0. Yeah, not sure what's up with Houston. They just have not played good in this series so far, even though they've been very good against Oakland here. But Oakland 5-1 in their last 6. They're playing well during this stretch they're on. Yeah, Houston, they've just been a killer so far. And I think I got to take Oakland +1.5 at home today. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -180. Angels +150 with the over-under at 7. Angels coming into this matchup 44-57. Seattle 53-50. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 5.28. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 3.62. Canning, his last start, he pitched 3 innings. Gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Seattle, no JP Crawford. He got hurt. They got out Julio Rodriguez. Missing some big hitters in that Seattle lineup. And then the Angels, back-to-back, good wins against Seattle. 5-1 yesterday, 3-1 the day before. They've won their last 5 games against Seattle here. They've been dominant against the Mariners. Mariners on a bad stretch, especially with the injuries they're dealing with. They're 1-7 in their last 8. And yeah, it's crazy. I really think the Angels should be favorites today. Canning hasn't been amazing on the mound, but man, they've just dominated with Seattle. And yeah, give me Angels +1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Miami Marlins. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -140. The Marlins +120 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 60-40. The Marlins 36-65. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 7.36. Pitching for Baltimore is Chase McDermott. Looks like he's going to get the start today. Looks like he's making his first start of the season here, so we'll see if that holds true. If there's not any switches last second. Cabrera, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. His game prior, though, he gave up 7 runs, so he's had his games where he's gotten lit up here. Baltimore, bad loss against Miami yesterday, 6-3. We'll see if they bounce back today. Baltimore is 4-1 against Miami here. Don't love Cabrera on the mound. We'll see how the pitching is for Baltimore today. But I'm going to run it back with Baltimore. Disappointing game yesterday. Suarez really blew it for them yesterday in that 2nd inning. And yeah, I like the bounce back with the Orioles on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -150. Detroit +125 with the over-under at 7. Detroit coming into this matchup 50-52. The Guardians 60-40. Pitching for Detroit is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 3.13. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA of 3.58. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts here. Detroit losing a tough one yesterday, 4-5 against Cleveland after winning 8-2 in the game prior. That ends Cleveland's 3-game losing streak that they were on. Detroit 4-2 against Cleveland. They've been good head-to-head. 11-4 in their last 15. They're really playing well. He'd be coming off that 0-run game, but his 2-run games prior, he gave up 4-4 here. So we'll see if he can have a better game here or get back to what he's been doing. But I'm I don't know, paying a higher price tag for the Guardians, I'm not in love with it. The way Detroit's playing, I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Washington Nationals. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Washington plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Padres coming into this matchup 53-50. The Nationals 47-54. Pitching for the Padres as Matt Waldron with an ERA of 3.59. Pitching for the Nationals as Mitchell Parker with an ERA of 3.90. Waldron, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Parker, his last start, he pitched half an inning, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Yeah, 2 of his last 3 games, he's given up 5 runs in each. So he's had some very bad starts on the mound recently. Padres, nice win against Washington yesterday, shut them out 4-0. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They are 4-1 on the road against Washington here. Yeah, I just don't love Parker on the mound today, especially with his couple games. He's been pretty bad. Yeah, I think I got to take the Padres on the road today. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 170. The Mets plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 52-48. The Yankees 60-43. Pitching for the Mets is Sean Manaea with an ERA of 3.73. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 4.60. Manaea, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Cole, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Mets beating the Yankees yesterday 3-2. Nice underdog win for them. Yankees still continue to disappoint as, medium to big size favorites. The Mets, they're 5-1 against the Yankees. They have been very good against New York here. Garrett Cole coming off 2 good starts, but he's had his games where he's given up a lot of runs here. Manaea coming off 2 rougher starts here, but pay minus 170 for the Yankees. I just don't love it here from what I'm seeing. They really do let down so much all year as big favorites. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Rays opening up as slight road favorites at minus 115. Toronto minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Rays coming into this matchup 51-50. Toronto 45-55. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 4.14. Pitching for Toronto is Yariel Rodriguez with an ERA of 3.78. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Rays beating Toronto yesterday 4-2. Nice underdog win for them. They're 5-1 on the road against Toronto here. Well, they've been very good, and I just don't like what I'm seeing from Toronto here. I really don't. Rodriguez has been solid on the mound for them, but I don't know. I'm just not sold on Toronto. They have not really played that well. 1-5 at home. Give me Tampa Bay on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 260. The White Sox plus 210 with the over-under at 8. The White Sox coming into this matchup 27-76. The Rangers 49-52. Pitching for Chicago is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 5.22. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 3.36. Flexen, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eovaldi, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The White Sox, they're on a 9-game losing streak, losing 2 close ones to the Rangers. Rangers winning 3-2 yesterday, 4-3 the game before. Been close, but that's how the White Sox have been all season. They either getting blown out or they've lost very close ones in bad fashion. They're 0-6 against the Rangers, 0-5 on the road against the Rangers. You got Flexen coming off a game giving up 7 runs here. Yeah, not the good vibes with the White Sox here. And Evaldi coming off a bad game, but he's due for a solid game like he has his 2 games prior, giving up 1 and 2 runs. Give me the Rangers at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at -125. Arizona +105 with the over/under at 9. Arizona coming into this matchup 52-50. The Royals 56-46. Pitching for Arizona is Randy Nelson with an ERA of 4.78. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 3.55. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Wacha, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Arizona coming off a Royals win yesterday, 6-2. Both games have just been blowouts from both teams, 6-2, and then the Royals winning 10-4. Arizona is 7-3 against the Royals, where they've been good. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty even pitching matchup based off the last 3. Both pitchers giving up 1 to 3 runs here. I think Arizona's a good dog today. The way they looked yesterday, I'll take the D-backs +1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we've got the San Francisco Giants versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -200. Giants +170 with the over/under at 8. Giants coming into this matchup 48-54. The Dodgers 61-41. Pitching for the Giants is Robbie Ray with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Glasnow with an ERA of 3.47. Looks like Ray's getting his first start of the season from what I'm seeing. I don't know how accurate this is. He pitched once last season, gave up 3 runs. Every time he's pitched in the last few years, he's given up a lot of runs here, so I don't love that. Yeah, Glasnow coming off back-to-back 5-run games. He's been good on the mound, but bad 2-game stretch for Glasnow. Dodgers winning 5-2 yesterday. They're on a little 5-game winning streak. They're hot right now, back-to-back wins against the Giants. And the drought continues from San Francisco. 0-7 on the road against the Dodgers. They just can't beat the Dodgers on the road. And we'll see what Robbie Ray looks like, but doesn't bode well for a team that can't beat the Dodgers on the road with a new pitcher. Give me the Dodgers at home today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.